Okay, so One Punch Man's animation, like bad animation and anime's downfall with animation, like the downfall of anime regarding this animation. I've been saying this for a while. The anime is in a decline, right? And so these people, I can't remember when they was complaining about One Punch Man's animation and everything else. This isn't the first time this happened. It happened regarding Dragon Ball Super. Back in the day, they was complaining about how badly Dragon Ball Super was animated and the art style and such. And, One Punch Man recently as well. I told y'all this before. I said, these people will indulge in anime regardless, even if it is bad. They will indulge in anime regardless of the issues, even if they see, even if it's in decline. They will refuse to see the errors regarding the anime because it's anime. A lot of anime fans don't want to come to terms with anime being in decline or, being seen in a bad light. I addressed this in my older video on my channel, how the art style of anime has declined. But a lot of anime fans are in denial, or they'll just ignore it and still indulge in the media. There's a lot of slop anime content that's coming out that's half done, not being half complete, but it's just thrown out. It's just any kind of way. They're putting it out any kind of way for money, right? And so we see these other places like in China and Korea that their quality is much more, efficient and very impressive compared to Japanese anime nowadays too. And that some Japanese say, like the people in the anime industry, they've been saying, well, we think that China is going to surpass us regarding animation. And get this, they even said that webtoons was beating manga. Like a couple of years ago, webtoons was beating manga, right? Then you had Chinese anime winning anime of the year. I said that in my other video. When you have somebody else beating you inside of the genre that you're used to dominating, you're in a decline. And a lot of people is not going to come to terms with it. They're not going to say, oh, yes, anime is in decline. Because every time somebody says this, they don't want to hear it. But it is in a decline. They're remaking older anime. They brought back like Ranma, Kinnikuman, the Fist of North Star. What else did they bring back? I know they brought back this like Slam Dunk, but it was a movie. They brought back Hell Teacher Nube. That's another older anime. They keep bringing back older animes because they know that, well-known anime is gonna bring in cash. That's them just making anime without putting that much effort into it, because they know they ain't gotta put that much effort into it, because they know people is gonna indulge in this stuff because it's a well-known franchise. And they only just burying anime even more. Their ideas, they run out of ideas. They're extremely lazy now. Nothing they are making is good anymore. They're not making anything good and fresh anymore in anime. They're running out of ideas. They're making these shows where it tries, these titles and these shows be trying so hard to be weird. It's just, they make the same shows over and over nowadays. A lot of the same shows over and over nowadays. The character designs look very basic and cheap. They ain't even get that much details anymore. They got flesh colors. Their animation is choppy and terrible. Like, if you want to see some bad animation or bad anime effort within these series, is just watch some modern anime. Not all of them, but watch the Runner remake if you want to see a decline in anime. Watch that. So I feel like anime, when it was in its prime and golden years, I think anime got used to being praised, and that these people don't even want to work hard anymore. They said, okay, so we did what we did, and we're successful. We ain't got worry about working hard anymore. That's what they doing. They getting lazier, and as a result, they're paying for it. They are paying for it. And then they said recently, they said that anime is gonna stay Japanese, and that's fine too. But regarding that, it's hard to say something like that when people outside of Japan bring more money into Japan regarding anime. You get outside money for anime. Anime money comes from people outside of Japan. A lot of people outside of Japan. So for them to say that is complicated. I mean, I get they said they keep Japanese anime, Japanese like, and that's fine too. It's not bad, but when you have people from outside of Japan bringing more money into anime, that's the issue. Then they said they refuse to be like Disney. Now, why do everybody like trashing on Disney? I mean, that's complicated too. They said they don't want to be like Disney. Yeah, y'all were inspired by Disney in the early years. Yet, also, aren't some of these shows like My Hero Academia is inspired by Marvel, which is owned, like, ain't the movies owned by Disney? Also, they did a collab with Disney. I forgot. Is it called Twisted Wonderland or something like that? And like, it's Disney World over there, isn't it? Yeah, I like trashing Disney while loving Disney at the same time. It don't even make no sense. And my thing is for them to say they don't want to be like Disney. Well, at least Disney has diversity. That's what's saving the brand, diversity. Because, no offense to anime, but diversity is different. People want to see different stuff. And if anime refuse to change and stay the same, they're gonna be left behind. That's what's making Disney remain relevant, is they doing different stuff, and the diversity is keeping them doing different stuff. A lot of people wants to see diversity. They don't want to see the same stuff over and over. And so when they say they refuse to be like Disney, that's fine too, but at least Disney is doing something different. But anyways, though, they in serious trouble. They don't even understand how much trouble their industry is in. Their industry is struggling right now, and a lot of anime fans are not gonna admit it because they don't want to see anime in a bad light. They think everything anime makes is perfect. And one thing I got to mention is like the kings of anime are dying out. They are dying out. There is no golden era of anime anymore. That is gone. And these big anime shows that they putting out and you know, trying to well, these anime shows, these long running anime shows that they trying to hang on to, it ain't gonna be enough to save the anime genre in Japan, because in other places like China and Korea, they are freaking they run the circle around Japan, and it's only a matter of time, man. It is only a matter of time. I ain't even gonna lie, but I love Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball without Akira Toriyama, because Daima, even like Akira Toriyama put some unique stuff in Daima, and when we ain't got him no more, the uniqueness and mystery and fun regarding the franchise is gonna, you know, die out. Shows are never the same once their creators pass away. I think it was an anime called Berserk, right? And when the creator passed away, that series has not been the same. It's a lot of these shows, man. They think they can like hang on to a big franchise and then just make it work when the creator is gone, but is never the same, and they think that these big shows is gonna be enough the same anime. No, they are not. They are not. Yeah, but those are my thoughts on the current state of anime. Anime is going through a decline. They're releasing the same type of content because they know that brings in money, and they know that people's gonna watch it regardless of quality. They're not putting any effort into animation anymore. I heard they was using AI in their animation. They're really lazy. They're becoming lazy and using these stupid shortcuts. They don't want to work hard anymore. Just don't want to do anything. And this is just a slap in the face to older anime, because I watch a lot of older anime, and it's a shame that older anime looks so much more visibly appealing. They got better stories. The characters are very relatable and realistic. That's why these shows hold up more, these older anime hold up more, because it was in a time where anime took itself seriously. And they had good stories, good character development, great art, great animation. I don't want to do that anymore. Why make a show with good writing, good character development, good animation, good music, good character design? Why make something like that when we can remake the same show 1,000 times? Because a lot of people like it and won't put that much effort into it either, because we don't need to. We know that people's gonna watch it anyway, so you ain't gotta put that much effort into anything. And that is why One Punch Man had bad animation. They really didn't care at that point. They saw it as people's gonna watch it anyways because it's One Punch Man. Even if it has bad animation, they're gonna watch it anyways. Until it backfired. All of a sudden, you know, a lot of people have their eyes open now because their big anime had bad animation. I've been saying this for a little minute. I don't even watch modern anime like that, but I see every time I watch or try to watch new anime, I see a bunch of issues. A lot of these shows, these anime shows are hard to watch these days too. They are extremely hard to watch compared to older anime. I couldn't even watch, I couldn't finish the run remake. I had to drop it because that was terrible. That was extremely terrible. And the only people that's hanging on to this, the new fans. And there's some of the older fans, but the new fans that's hanging on to this stuff. It's another anime too. That is terrible. For a person like me, I love Runway One Half. I got some of the mangas and some figures, but when that shit came out, I was so excited. But when I started watching it, it was so boring and just hard to watch. The Kinnikuman Man anime show, you cannot go into that show without watching that original Kinnikuman Man, because that show is confusing. But I don't think I should continue talking about Kinnikuman Man. I don't think a lot of people watch it that much. And like I said, it is really insane that a bunch of Shawnee fans are not talking about Kinnikuman Man. And it's been out on Netflix for a long time. You know, it came back and everything. But anyways, anime is going downhill. Is my opinion. As a long time anime fan, I watch old, sometimes new anime. And when you watch a lot of old anime and then you go into modern anime, you can tell that the soul of anime is not there anymore. They're trying their best, but it's not there anymore. And a lot of these good artists and creators, they're gone now. They're getting older and they're gone. Like Togashi, for example. Togashi been inside of the industry for a long time. I don't know what people can't understand about Togashi's situation. For all you Hunter x Hunter fans, Togashi has made multiple series. He made Level E. He had a romance comedy comic that was a lot of people don't even. I don't think a lot of people know that series, but Togashi had a comedy romance series, a short-lived manga. I had read it and I didn't want it, And then he had Yu Yu Hakusho that would really put him in the spotlight. Then he had Hunter x Hunter. He had Level E too. That was a mini series, but Level E was good also. There a lot of them overlook Level E. So Gachi has been working for a long time in the animation. I say animation. He's been working a long time in the anime and manga industry, and he deserves to be able to, relax and not strain himself, because people die from being overworked over there all the time. And what he be struggling with all the time, that's just like health issues. And I'm glad his wife is helping him. But he deserves to, be able to relax and not strain himself. People don't understand it. He is a veteran inside of the manga anime industry. And besides the main works that y'all know him for, he has made other series too that's not really popularized, like I said, the romance comedy series he made in Level E, and then I think he had like mini comics too. Yeah, so he deserves to relax. He already made his image anyways. He deserves to relax and take his time on Hunter x Hunter. And about to finish strain themselves, or to the point where they pass away trying to make a series and keep people entertained. You can die like that. I don't know why these Hunter x Hunter fans can't understand it. I'm not trashing y'all or anything, but you can die like that for overworking yourself, too busy trying to like entertain your audience and stuff. Yeah. And I feel like Akira Toriyama didn't even get a chance to retire and relax like he wanted to too, because he was too focused on Dragon Ball. What he really could have done, like he already had another successful franchise. He could have just brought back Dr. Slump if he wanted to, and didn't have to do anything with it. They could have just released it overseas for the first time, dubbed, and do it like maybe they probably could have censored it or something, worked around it. He could have took Dr. Slump and reworked it if he wanted to. And he really didn't have to work that hard, but he worked hard until he passed away, and that's really unfortunate. They said Diamond was in production for years, so Toriyama he was one of the biggest things, the biggest impact of anime. I mean, it was some people before him, but without Toriyama, man, it's never gonna be the same. Man. Anime is never gonna be the same. Once she lost these big icons in the anime industry, that's when the industry started crumbling. And now we at a state where a bunch of these icons are not there to keep anime under control and functioning. It's not there anymore. I don't know what their future anime is gonna be, but they got competition now, and they can't just keep staying inside their bubble, because it's gonna be a lot of people, not a lot of people, it's gonna be different people outside of Japan that's gonna take their position. And right now we already see like a massive animation boom in China and Korea, so I don't know. And then the Japanese, some of these people in the industry saying, oh well, China might take over in the future, or we already seeing them outperform they see the animation is impressive regarding Chinese anime, regarding all that, that's what I have seeing what's happening with revolving around anime. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video.